Well, it is about that time again that we are live with race 5 of the Wholesome Platinum Porsche Cup Season 1. This is still going on for quite some time now. I hope you all had a very nice Christmas, and I wish you all the best for 2022, and I wish all the drivers the best for 2022 and this race. I mean, there's been some crazy days, crazy experiencing this in the Netherlands, at least in lockdown, with Christmas and New Year and everything. Doing that in lockdown again for the second year in a row was quite a strange experience, I have to say. But we are back to the fun stuff. The fun stuff is racing at Zandvoort this evening. Race 5 of the Wholesome Platinum Porsche Cup Season 1. And I mean, we have some very nice racing up ahead of us. The standings are very much shaping up to be a close one to the end for the Drivers' Championship. That means that Oscar is still in the lead, 174 points. He has scored more than 40 points in every race he has taken part in, and that is every race we've raced so far. So that means that he can continue that streak this race, of course. Second is Lasse. He is quite some margin behind. He is at the moment 65 or 56 points behind Oscar, and that is quite some margin, and not some. Yeah, it's much bigger than he would have other wanted. Winston is third. Fourth is Thomas Jensen. Lewis is fifth. And Vincent, the man who is currently second, as we move on to qualifying, which will be very interesting. I mean, do we have live coverage? Yes, we do. That is nice. Sixth is the man currently. This man, Vincent. He has had an absolute strong second part of this first half of the season. But it's Vincent who is in P6. P7 is Renato Matias. Just, oh, no, that is P7 actually. That is, or P8, sorry. The standings are a bit wrong for me here. Because it's in P4 ahead of Thomas. It is Tim from Porsche Racing Team doing his team a favor, being in fourth in the standings. The team standings also are as follows. It's Platinum Racing Team Blue in the lead with 253 points, just behind Color Shock Racing Team. 241 points they have. Velocity Online Racing 226 points. And P4 Eibach Sim Racing Team 1, 204 and 165 points for Eibach Sim Racing Team 2. Platinum Racing Team Red is in 6th with 150 points. 7th is GazX Racing Team with 111 points. That rounds off the teams that have 11 points, and we are now gonna look on to the qualifying for these drivers, as we now have Winstacker coming across the line to start his first lap around the Circuit de Zandvoort, going into the Tarzanbocht. He encounters some traffic that is not going to help his lap time. Behind there, I think, is Oscar Frederickson going off. He has not the first lap he wanted, but it is looking to be a good one here, as we have currently at my place a storm going on, which isn't helping the broadcast at all. So if you have some stutters or something, just let us know and we'll try and see if we can do something. But a man who is on a charge is Vincent Ossems, winning the first race of the last outing, but then having a kind of bad second race, you can say. 2 purple sectors at the moment for Vincent. Is he gonna do better is the question. And that was thunder striking very near to me. I don't know if you could hear that, but that is hella scary, I have to say. Of course, this is not what you want to hear, but hey, we continue with the racing. Vincent with 3 purple sectors here. That is very, very good from the young man. Living near to my place, and you will definitely have heard that as well. That was fucking scary, I have to say. Vincent puts in the first time. It is at 1:37.89. Second is Tobias Winkelmann at the moment, but that will be beaten by Jack Colville at the moment. Timetable still updating. 1:38.96 for Jack. But this man will be looking to improve that. Where is our man? We'll try and find him. Oscar Frederickson, and we have another one coming up. Oscar Frederickson, he had a bit of a mare in his first lap in the Tarzan bocht. He's gonna try and do better now. But Vincent again improving, as we can see on the timetable on the bottom of our screen. David Wasserman with a purple last sector, and that will bring him up into second. 38.03, very close to Vincent. This man, Oscar Frederickson, didn't look that comfortable like he did in all the recent series in practice. He was only 6th, which isn't the best performance he has had in a very long while. But Vincent is improving, though. It's this man, Oscar Frederickson, who's also improving now. Into, I think, the 4th sector he goes. Jack Colville, what is he gonna be experiencing? He had a very, very good lap last time around for his doing. He's now bettering that. Vincent is going to come across the line to put in a new fastest time, 37.7. Again, 1.3 seconds clear of his competitors. Almost 1.3 seconds. And that is a mega, mega time. But David Wasserman improves that and gives him a fight for his money. Only 3/10 now. Again, and that is beaten by Simon van Dijk. That is only 2/10 now. Let's see what this man can do. Oscar Frederickson, he's gonna pit himself up into, I think, 5th position. Yes, that is 5th position. 38.13. That is just 1/10 behind David Wasserman. Can he improve? It's only 4/10. 3.5 to the good for David, or for Vincent Ossems here, who didn't have the best lap. But now David Wasserman goes up into 1st. 300ths of a second exact. That is for David Wasserman. And he goes up into the lead. Vincent has to yield there. He didn't have the best 3rd lap of his life. 6 minutes done already in qualifying. And he will be looking to do just one better in his next lap. I am still fucking scared about the thunderstorm that's going on here, but hey, we'll make it through. If the stream dies, you'll know where it is from. So hope we stay clean, actually. Don't want to die while doing this. But let's look onto the qualifying now. David Wasserman is in 1st still. Dennis Pickbrenner is now going to come across the line to set him not a better lap time than he had before. 37.8. It doesn't go better than that. Oscar Frederickson, can he improve though, is the question. 38.13 is the lap he had, and he is not going to be able to improve that. Tim, the man in 4th in the championship now, going into the last corner like a champ. Is he going to be able to improve his lap time? 2 green sectors, 3 yellow sectors, but that has absolutely nothing to say about his lap time. He's going to come across the line to put in a time of... Timetable updating for me, 39.22. We expect better from the man who is 4th in the championship right now. The man who's also doing very good in the standings is Winston Eckel. He is 6th right now, and he is looking to improve his time to get a little bit further up the field for the start of the first race this evening. Don't know if y'all could hear that thunder in the beginning of the stream, but that was something else, man. Something I've never experienced quite so close to me, but Vincent still looking comfortable in 2nd, and 3rd is this man. Oh, has a spinner here. Dennis Spikbrena was on a good lap, was on an improvement, but he not continuing that lap, sadly. Simon van Dijk still in the pits. Oscar Frederickson just improved his lap timer, didn't he? 38.13 still his time. He didn't quite manage to improve that by 4 hundredths last time out. I'll be right back. I'm just gonna have to fix something. I think it broke something, but give me just 1 minute and then I'll be back to commentate again. Righty, I'm back for you to commentate the last 3 minutes of qualifying. It blew a fucking fuse out, but ayo, we'll live with it. Meanwhile, it's still David Wasserman in first position. Second, Vincent Ossems. He is looking to improve by 3 thousandths of a second. That should be possible for him, a driver of his caliber. Dennis is just 1.5 tenths behind that. As we see now, Vincent improving his time coming across the line. Is it going to be an improvement though? A purple last sector, and that will give him the pole position by just as much as David had it before. Almost 4 tenths, and that is absolutely amazing. David Wasserman is going to look to try and do one better. That is not going to be possible. 2 tenths behind him. But it's Tim now looking to improve. He does that. Oh, that is close. That is actually 38.7.1. That is only 1 second off of what Vincent did, and that still puts him 9th. Speaks about how close this racing actually is. Oscar Frederickson, the championship leader, he is only in 5th. He's going to be looking to try and do better than that in this lap, but this man is putting in a great second sector, purple second sector that is. He will have to finish this lap. A green third sector. He is improving. Look at this man. He's gonna try and get that pole position away from Vincent, and these are gonna go head to head in the race. I reckon with a gap of only 4 thousandths of a second and 4 hundredths of a second and 600 of a second behind. That is Dennis Pickbrenner only so close behind that. Then I try and dare and put my money on it that they're gonna have an incredible fight in the races. David Wasserman, what is he gonna do? Is he gonna snatch that pole position away from Vincent? The answer is no, he isn't, and that is qualifying wrapped up. And that means that we move on to the grid for this first race. We will have Vincent Ossems in pole position for Platinum Racing Team Blue. David Wasserman in second, Eibach Racing Team. They will be very, very happy with that. Dennis Pickbrenner is in third. Fourth will be Simon van Dijk. Fifth, Oscar Frederickson. And 6th, Winston Eckel. 7th will be Jack Colville. And 8th, Lasse Groos. 9th, Tim Beleke. And 10th will be Mark Koida. And then 11th from Colderstock Racing Team as well will be Louis Beleke. 12th will be Tobias Winkelmann. 13th, Hugo Ekensen. And 14th, and rounding off the grid, will be Marnix Heister. That is everything we have to say for the grid. We now look on to David Wasserman, Vincent Ossems on pole position, with David Wasserman behind him. We look on as we look forward now to the start of this first race in the Platinum Racing League Porsche Cup, sponsored by Wholesome. Now, this will be heat 1. First race. As we look now on to the 5 red lights. It's 5 red lights out, and away we go for the Porsche Cup. Vincent has a very good start, but behind that Simon van Dijk has a pretty bad start. And that is not what he was looking for, to be honest, as we look now on to back further into the grid. Oscar with a very, very good start around the outside. It's Tim already with, again, a very good start. David Wasserman with a mare of a start now. Try and go around the outside here. In Kerlachen now. Oh, this is very close. And David with a very, very bad start. We can say definitely Oscar with a very good one. But Tim making up 5 positions here in the first stages of this first heat. And yes, Hugo, I don't know how to pronounce Swedes, their names, or at least their second names. Frederickson is quite an easy one, and Oscar is a pretty easy first name, but that you have a very, very difficult second name. You'll have to tell me how to say it in the interview maybe. But as we look now onto Marnix, he is already quite far behind us. We have a little bit of something going on there. Louis Belikin with not the best start for the Color Shock Racing team, as we now have Vincent in the lead. Is behind that. It's Simon van Dijk going very, very wide now, having to defend from Oscar. Is he going to gain 3 possessions in the first lap and go up into second? And because that would deny Vincent from getting a lot of points back on him. We now have Van Dijk defending from Oscar now. Oscar's gonna have to defend himself to Tim behind him, his fierce championship rival, who is in 4th, not too far back from 2nd, a little bit further back from Oscar. But Vincent is now heading clear of the field. A little bit further behind, Lasse is just hanging on to the back of Dennis, who is looking to, I think, defend his position. I don't know, they're not in the same team, but they're from the same organization, I have to say it like that. But are they going to work together? I don't think they will, because the team championship between those teams is actually very, very close. Oscar again driving on his own, carrying the team on his own. And it looks like he still hasn't gotten past Simon van Dijk. And now it looks like Mr. Tim has dropped back that little bit from the rest. As behind Tim, it's now Winston Eckel, the super talent from Platinum Racing Team Blue. It's pretty much where all the hope from Platinum Racing Team Blue is going towards. It's him, the man who is trying to defeat all the others just for Platinum Racing Team Blue. He's trying to defeat everyone in front of him, but now it's David Wasserman with, again, a very bad run through there, and that allows Tim to attack, but he doesn't go around the outside. Meanwhile now Winston absolutely all over Tim. He's going to try and do something in the next couple of sections, but is he going to be able to do something? Because we know that Zandvoort is known for its quite small and it's quite bad racing if you don't have a lot of overspeed. But Zandvoort is a legendary track. It's also something that we took into account when racing here, of course. We have to think about what the track is as well to everyone who's racing here. And of course this is a very, very interesting track to race around, definitely in qualifying, as we heard from the drivers. But now in race stream it's just that little bit more difficult to get past, as we now see with David Wasserman against Oscar Frederickson. Oscar not looking as comfortable as he was before, but he is definitely a man to take into account. You can never rule him out, and he is someone who definitely is able to turn a race upside down and just find that little bit extra pace and just provide us with some very, very good lap times. As now up ahead is this man, Vincent Ossems. As we look now on board with him, he is managing to just be fast on every track we go to, really. Just joined a little bit later in the Porsche season. He hasn't had the best first races, but he has really upped his game the last few races. And he is now again leading with a gap of 1.6 seconds. And that is for him quite a comfortable lead, because we know Vincent is very consistent around this track and around every track actually we go to. And that means that Vincent, if he can keep it together and if he can have that good race, because we saw he had some problems getting through the field last time out at Hungary in the reversed grid race. We saw he had some issues getting through the field there. So yeah, let's just hope for him that he will have a better day doing that. Or maybe hope for his competitors that they will have a better day holding him off. And that he will have a very difficult drive back into the points paying positions. But Oscar Frederickson behind this is absolutely keeping everyone at bay. Winston Eckel, he is right behind Tim again, losing out a bit now to Tim, and Oscar is finding that gap as well to the back. As I think we saw Winston Eckel there go wide. That has allowed the two Eibach Racing Team boys right on the back of him. Dennis trying to attack him into this corner. No, that isn't going to work now. He's under attack from Lasse behind him, but that doesn't work off quite as well as he was hoping to. Tim now a little bit heading clear of Winston. Winston not having the best corners or the best series of corners there. A half a second, that is to I think Tim now, but it is closing again. I think Tim doesn't have the pace to keep up with Oscar over a whole lap, but he is definitely someone to take into account when you go for race wins. He's always there if something happens at the front with this man Vincent. He is leading by a comfortable margin. He is capping P2 behind him. Simon van Dijk, he is trying to do his best to hunt him down, but it isn't really working right now. His last lap was 3/10 slower than Vincent his lap. As we have here the sectors. As we can see here, it's really only sector 5 where Simon is just a little bit faster than Vincent, which isn't quite working out for him right now. Again, losing 1.5 seconds in the first sector alone there. We'll stay on board for a lap with him. As we see it now from his office, where Simon van Dijk is working from. Two Dutch boys leading at their home track. And it would be very nice for Vincent to take that victory at his home track. But we're not even halfway through this first race. And the second race is going to be 10 minutes longer than this one. So don't go anywhere, as we have already, I think, 4 retirements. Which brings us up to only 10 runners. Running field is just that little bit slim here and there in the races, but you have to deal with it. We're trying to get with it as the best we can here at Platinum Racing League, but I hope we can all understand that the current situations don't help this with Christmas and New Year just behind us. Some people just want that day extra off. And we hope that next week we can be back to almost full capacity with 20 plus drivers on the grid again. But we'll just have to make the best of it. Still Winston Echo behind Tim. And Tim, like we said, not able to keep up with Oscar. Oscar now a second clear of Tim. And 3 tenths behind him now. The only man who is just with him now is Winston Echo. He has been looking onto the back of that car for quite some time now. Winston, what is he gonna try and do? Last laps have been very, very close, of course, between the guys. Yeah, they're kind of matching on pace, but it's just Winston who isn't able to keep the pressure on Tim for a whole lap and stay absolutely on the bumper, which is very difficult to do, don't get me wrong. Very difficult to do that with these cars. These cars can take a hit, of course. So, not like they can't take a hit, and that if you take a hit, you're done with racing. It's not a downforce car with a wing on the front. It does have a wing on the back, but it's very difficult to make car-to-car contact with those wings. As he's now onto the straight, but this straight is really a bit too short, or way too short for these cars to make a difference in the slipstream, and that is why this track is so difficult to overtake on, of course. And it isn't helping that, of course, now with only 10 runners, the slipstream isn't working to the best effect, of course. When you go further down the field, the slipstream is working just that little bit better. It's Winston Echo who's absolutely on the back of Tim now, but is he going to be able to make a move stick? We'll see now as we go into the next complex of corners. As we round off this one, we have another one to the left that is leading on to another small straight as well. And it's still Winston behind Tim, and exactly the same gap as we had last time coming onto this straight. So it's really not working out currently for Winston. He has to keep the pressure on him. There's no other way past. But these three, Winston, Tim and Dennis, are heading clear of the guys behind them, Jack, Lasse and David and Tobias. So, or Tobias, not Jack, Lasse and David is the guys who they're heading clear of currently, which isn't bad, of course. They want to have that little bit of a gap to be able to fight, of course. But this is not the moment where you want to sit behind. At Zandvoort, you want to take every opportunity you get to overtake someone, because it is very difficult to create your own one, as we can see now with Winston here absolutely on the back of him, almost pushing him through the corner. And this is a great fight as we look now on Winston, his nose. Oh, we are right on the back of him and we are almost in him. With that camera absolutely on the back, we weren't in him. That is not what was happening. The camera just fades out when you're that little bit closer. That is what happened with Tim's car. That is something that iRacing does with the cameras, but we weren't inside and they didn't make contact, but it was very close to making contact, as he's going to try and do it around the outside, and that will give him the inside for the next corner. Is he going to be able to make this one stick? Yes, he does. Up the inside goes Winston Eckel, and that is a great move from the young man. And that allows him through and up into P4. He can now go and chase down Oscar Frederickson, who is a little bit further up the road, but Tim is now also looking to overtake him. Did they make contact as well then? Did they make contact is the question. Because it looks like Dennis is down now in a straight line. And that would be very, very sad. Or did he get a slowdown out of that last corner is also a question. But it looks like his car is fully okay. But did they make contact then? He's now right on the back of Tim again. That has allowed Winston to head clear a little bit of the guys behind him. Being able to chase down Oscar now. Oscar himself is just edging that little bit closer to Simon van Dijk lap by lap. But that is going by the thousandths of a second. They are very close in pace. But it's this battle that is heating up at the moment. David Wasserman is also very close on to the back of Jack Colville. What are these guys gonna bring out today for us? David Wasserman, is he gonna try down the around the outside? He saw how, of course, up ahead of him Winston did it. Is he gonna try and do the exact same? No, he isn't. He's gonna sit behind just a little bit longer and wait his chances. Look where he can go. Look where is room. But that was an amazing pass from Winston. And I think we can take a look to that again. Yes, there it is. Around the outside he goes. That is a beautiful move from the young man. Around the outside. As currently he is holding off Tim. Looks like he isn't able to get away that fast. Simon van Dijk is now pressurized by Oscar Frederickson. This is the fight for P3, remember. Only 2.5 minutes, a bit more left in this first heat of this evening. The first race of this evening. Oscar pressurizing Simon van Dijk to again get second when Vincent finishes first. Because it looks like Vincent is going to finish first. Untouchable this race. He is currently 4.1 seconds clear of this duo. And it's looking very, very good for him. He might be able to make something work here. Oscar Frederickson. It looks like Winston is getting closer to the pair of them. But with the reverse grid we will have, I think, Marnix Heister on pole position. Because he won't come out of the pits. Hugo. Oh, as he tries everything to break that toe to Oscar Simon. Absolutely trying everything. 3/10 is the gap. But right behind that we have another fight on our hands. Winston. Oh, Tim goes wide. That allows Jack Colville back, or Dennis back through. He's going to have the inside for the next corner. Is he going to be able to hold this? He's now going to cover off the inside for this one. And that allows him through, and that stops Dennis being able to chase Winston down. And that has given him that little bit of an edge he wanted. But meanwhile, up ahead of that, it's Simon van Dijk. With, I think, the second to last lap this will be. I am not quite sure, but I think this is the second to last lap. Vincent will have another lap to go after this one. That is just what I think. It's 1 minute left in the normal time, at least. No extended time, but Simon is absolutely pressurized by Oscar here. He's going to try down the inside. No, they touch. He spins him around, and Oscar is going to continue there. That is what we inform the drivers to do, definitely. But that is very sad to see Simon van Dijk, after such a good race, go off like that. That is not what you want to see. And that is a little bit of a shame. But the man who was untouchable this whole race and who's going to take victory in his home country ahead of his championship rival, Oscar Frederickson, will be Vincent Ossems. On the straight he comes across the line to take the victory in his home country on his home track. Zandvoort is currently from Vincent. He owns the track in the first race, 5.6 seconds clear of everyone else. Oscar comes through second. third will be Winston Eckel. And this will be another good result again for the Platinum Racing Team Blue, guys. Dennis Pigbrena will become fourth. Fifth will be Tim. And then sixth will be Jack Colville. Or is this the last lap? No, this is not the last lap. I'm absolutely sleeping here. This is... I've had a howler there. We still have a lap to go. Vincent has not got the victory yet. Winston is chasing down the man in front of him, Oscar. Does Oscar have damage is the question. 8/10 is the gap now. Behind there is Simon van Dijk in 7th, looking to make something of this. But we look onto the battle we have in front of this. It's Winston pushing everything he has to chase down the man in front of him, Oscar. But I don't think it's going to be quite enough. It's coming too late, and he got that luck a little bit too late. And I think he's thrown the towel now, because he is not gaining anymore. He's just on a drive home mode. But yeah, the man who was, I think, untouchable this whole race is the man who's up front now, rounding off the last corner in style. And now he will take victory. He will. This is the last lap. We had white flag last time round. But he will now take victory in his home country at Zandvoort. It's Vincent who takes the victory in the first race and gets that ever little bit closer to Oscar Frederickson. Behind it, it is Oscar just ahead of Winston. In third. Fourth will become Dennis after a very bad start. That is a very good comeback drive for him at Zandvoort. Tim, fourth in the championship. He does a very good job getting fifth as well. Jack Colville in 6th. Simon van Dijk, he doesn't have the best race on his hands as well. Lasse is 8th. 9th is David. And 10th is, I think, Tobias, who will round off this league. Tobias Winkelmann for Eibach Racing Team will come across the line as the last one. And he will now end this first race. And what a race that was. I think the biggest surprise for me was that Dennis didn't have the best start he was hoping for. Dennis had an absolute bad start, and that was not what he was looking for. Of course, Tim, he is rounding off his lap as we look now on to the result for this race. Is everyone finished? I hope everyone is finished. Yes, we have the result for you now. For Platinum Racing Team Blue, it's a double podium again. They take first and third. And it's Vincent who takes first. And it's Oscar Frederickson in second. 5 seconds behind the home hero, Vincent. But he's doing a good job of containing that lead and just eking out that lead just a little bit more every race to P2. Winston Eckel is in third. Fourth, Dennis Pigbrena 5th. Tim Belicke 6th is Jack Colville 7th. Simon van Dijk, 8 is Lasse, and 9 David Wasserman. 10th is Tobias Winkelmann, 11th Marek Koida, 12th is Hugo Ekesen. I hope I pronounced that correctly this time round. If you're watching Hugo, let me know. Lewis is 13th, 14th is Marnix. So that will mean that he is trying to do his best as we go now on to that one. As this should work. Yes, it did work. Definitely did work. As we now look on to the grid for the next race, the reversed grid race, of course. Tobias Winkelmann is in first position. David Wasserman in second. Third is Lasse. 10th Simon van Dijk. 5th is Jack Colville. 6th Tim Belicke. 7th is Dennis Pigbrena. 8th Winston Eckel, a man who definitely does good in the reversed grid races. 9th Oscar Frederickson. 10th is Vincent. And 11th is Mark Koda. 12th is Hugo Akerson, and 13th and second to last is Louis Belicke, and 14th is Marnix Heister, who rounds off the grid again. Look now on to the start for this race. It's green, green, green. We were a bit late there on the start, and it's Tobias Winkelmann with a very bad start. The man who was in first has a very bad start, and that is a very big calamity rounding off there in the back of the grid. And I don't want to know who was involved in that one. Was it Vincent again? Yes, it was. That is very sad to see, and it's again Oscar who got through with that. And that is not something you want to see in the beginning of the race, but let's focus on the racing now. Oscar around the outside of Jack Colville here, that will still give him the outside for the next part. Is he going to be able to make the stick around the outside? That will be a very great move from him. It is a question, definitely. And that does not work. He has to yield there. That was a little bit too much to ask on the first lap on cold tires. Going around the outside there, but now he's pressurized from behind by Lewis, who is pressurized himself by Winston Eckel, who goes down the inside. It'll give him the outside for the next corner, but does he have it done before the next corner? No, he doesn't. He's going to have to stick it around the outside, which he does. He has the outside, which gives him the better run. But somehow he doesn't manage to get the better run, but it will give him the run down the inside. He launches it down the inside. Do they make contact? No, they don't. The running around the outside, he's going to have to make that one stick. And when they do touch now, and that gives him just that little bit of an edge that he wanted. Marnix Heister now right alongside him. He allows him to go through, and Lewis has spun around there, and that is not the opening lap you want to see of a 30-minute sprint race on Zandvoort. Simon van Dijk now gets his revenge. He is now first again, and he will now be trying to eke out that lead. He will be trying to drive away from Oscar Frederickson. He doesn't want that deja vu happening. So I hope this is all good now. Yes, it is all good. But the race is definitely going on very nicely. And that wasn't the best of starts. Oh, it's in the back there. We have again another spinner. And is that Tim? Is that Tim? Yes, that is Tim. And we can look again what happened there. Oh, and he spins again. That is not where you want to be. As we can see here, oh, that is just a little bit too far. That is just that little bit too far. A little bit too fast into there, and that is a P3 done for him. He now back into 8th position. That is not what he hoped for, as we have a lot of gaps now already forming. Winston Eckel, like we said, this man always performs best in the reversed grid races. Marnix Heister is now 6th after a very bad race there in the first heat. But Simon van Dijk is now trading fastest sectors with David Wasserman. He is right on the back of him. Into the Tarzan bocht they go, and David locks up there. Almost runs into the back of Simon again. Simon had a bit of a deja vu moment there. That is not what you want to see in the first few minutes here of a race, and it luckily didn't happen. But David Wasserman is now absolutely all over the back of Simon van Dijk. What can he do? He looks to be the faster car. It's just finding a way around on this circuit is the difficult thing really to do around Zandvoort, and that is really just the nature of the track. Try and find a way around, especially with these cars. This might be his opportunity. Simon had a moment there on the exit. He's now going to get a better run out of this corner. He's going to have to force him around the outside. He's going to have to push him wide on the entry to this next chicane. Is going to be able to do it. David Wasserman around the outside. No, he's not succeeding in that move. And that is exactly what I said. Simon van Dijk did exactly what I said there. You could expect him to do that. Oscar Frederickson behind that is attacking Jack Colville as well. Half a second between those two guys as well. It's really shaping up to be a very interesting race in the top 4 here. But Simon, he is doing everything to break that toe. What is he going to be able to do? As it looks like we already have 4 retirements already. We're down to 10 runners again in only just the first 5 minutes of this feature race. But this is a very, very nice fight for first position here. As we're now on board with David Wasserman. You can see clearly here that it's a very interesting and difficult track to drive around on. As now, can he go? And we have another retirement. Lewis is out as well. Tim is the only one carrying the team now. As we go back to TV cameras again. Welcome Rebecca to this channel where we have absolutely stunning racing, like you can see, of course. David Wasserman, a man who is quite far up in the championship as well, in the championship fight. David Wasserman, oh no he isn't, I had a higher with that one. David Wasserman is in P16 with 52 points, just ahead of Sven Merckx, who isn't attending in this race. He is, I think, a little bit too busy playing something else, I don't know, but that is the case at the moment. But David Wasserman absolutely all over the back of Simon van Dijk, and he's going to have to do it at a place where Simon doesn't expect it. As we look now on to the battle just behind that. And don't forget, of course, to like and subscribe to the channel if you, of course, want to see more of this and get notified if there are other races. Wednesday we have, of course, another race coming up, which will be the Platinum Racing League TCR Cup. 6 races, I don't know exactly again, but 6 races of the absolute best racing in TCR cars. We have a field of 44 drivers, so it will be an absolute stunning race, I think. So you don't want to miss that one. But now this fight is for 3rd place in this race, and it's Oscar Frederickson trying to eke out that lead just that little bit more again and again and again, with his championship rival Vincent again not having a good reverse grid race. Last time out of Hungary he got unlucky as well, being caught up in some unfortunate incidents. Winston Eckel is just behind him as well, so he's not going to be able to gain on Oscar as well. But he is gaining just that little bit by little bit, because Oscar is caught up behind Jack Colville here. Jack all over the place there in that corner, as we see now right behind that. There he is, Winston Eckel, chasing down the 2 in front of him. There they are, now side by side up in front of him. Can we see it from his car? He has first class seats. He's gonna go down the inside. He's gonna shoot wide there. And is that going to give Winston Eckel a position? Yes, that is. And that is going to turn the championship around. That now means that Winston Eckel is gaining points on Oscar Frederickson. Let's look at that again. Here we go. He's going to try and launch it down the inside again. He locks up here. You can see it there. The guard just snaps on him. And then he locks up and just tries to let them by, but does just a little bit too much. And that is that done for Oscar Frederickson. He can luckily continue his way again. But it looks like he is now really out of that fight. Winston Eckel is now going to try and overtake Jack Colville. Winston looks like he has a little bit more of overspeed on Jack than Oscar did. Winston all over the back of him already. Maybe Jack a little bit off put by the move that Oscar tried to do on him. But Oscar now having some troubles from himself. Marnix Heister is just behind him. 3.7 seconds he is behind Oscar. So not really a threat for him, but he is something he has to look out for. Definitely. Winston Eckel is right on the back of him. Is he going to try it down the inside now? That is the question. Is it just that that this is his weak place going into the chicane here? Because of course you can imagine being Oscar and sticking behind him for that long can be definitely very frustrating. So he was going to try something at some point, but maybe a driver of Oscar's caliber should have thought about the championship as well, and that he was gaining on everything and everyone who was behind him, at least close behind him, because David Wasserman wasn't close at all. He is 16 with 52 points. That is more than 120 points behind Oscar Frederickson there. So he maybe should have thought about that, but you can never look into a driver's mind, and maybe he was with that in his mind as well, but he was just trying to look towards something else as well. But he can still recover from this. Winston Eckel now absolutely all over Jack here. He's putting the pressure on him. And can Winston Eckel again do good in the reversed grid race? We saw this at the first race out of Austria as well. That was sadly not broadcasted, but he managed to hold off Mirko Bortotti, who is a very, very good driver in this Porsche as well, and in real life as well. He's now going to try go around the outside, but he managed to hold him off as well, and that was all in the reversed grid races. He is now going to try it down the inside. Here he is. No, he isn't. He had a look there, but he thought the better of it, just maybe putting Jack off there, and it did seem to work. He took a little bit of a different line into that corner, and it's still up ahead of this. Simon van Dijk ahead of David Wasserman. David is now behind him for quite some time already. But it looks like behind this Winston isn't. Winston is just losing that little bit behind Jack on Oscar, and Oscar is gaining that valuable time back again. He's going to be able to maybe attack him. 4/10 last lap gained by Oscar on Winston. Winston lost just a little bit on Jack Colville ahead of him. But now all over the back of Simon van Dijk is David Wasserman, like he has been for this whole race. And I mean, that is a very, very interesting one to cope with here. What is David going to do? Is he going to think about the bigger picture? Because Simon van Dijk, he is in the championship, I think, behind him. Let's look at it. No, it's Simon van Dijk who isn't in there as well. That is very interesting. But he isn't even in the championship. So I think he will be good with sticking around for another few laps. But all that said, he is trying to attack He was close there, he had an opportunity, but it didn't happen. As he's now right on the back of him, going onto the straight here. Is he going to try and do it into T1? That is the question. He has the run, he's going to try it, he's going to be forced to do it around the outside. And that was never going to work down the inside. He had that covered, Simon van Dijk. But now the switchback did work, and he's now going to have the inside for the next corner. Is this the move that gives him P1? Yes, it is. A beautiful move by David Wasserman. The switchback there worked like a treat for him in T1. That is amazing to see. What a move as we look again back to that. Here we go, down the inside, the switchback. That is amazing. That worked like a treat for him. And I think in the background there, we saw another overtake as well. I think that was Winston. Was that Winston? Yes, it was Winston. It was Winston down the inside of Jack Colville, and that promoted him up into third position. He can now chase down Simon van Dijk ahead of him. And that happened at the same time as we were looking at that replay from David Wasserman and Simon van Dijk. As we now go back to the live picture, David Wasserman still ahead of Simon van Dijk. Winston Eckel, he is now ahead of Jack Colville as we're just past halfway in this race. And still enough time for Winston Eckel to chase down Simon van Dijk and David Wasserman to maybe get that victory. But Simon van Dijk again denied from a victory here. He managed to defend for 15 minutes long. But that defend has sadly come to an end for him at his home track here at Zandvoort. Winston Eckel, of course, being cheered by the home fans at Zandvoort. He is now going to try and honor the home fans. 3.9 seconds is the gap he's going to have to make up to Simon van Dijk. And then another half a second to David Wasserman ahead of him. Oscar Frederickson is now right behind Jack Colville as well. He's going to look and try and do that one better. As I will just shut up now and we will go on board with Oscar for a lap and see what it's like around this track. But we'll have to wait until the start finish line so you can have a lap around this track. With Oscar, we are already on board. Is this now gonna happen? Oh, as we have now on front, we have David Wasserman just edging clear a little bit of Simon van Dijk. Behind that, it's Winston Eckel catching Simon like a madman. Oh, as that is Winston a little bit out of shape. That is going to cost him some time. Half a second that has cost him already. And that is not what he wanted though. But he is on a charge. Let's look onto a lap now with Oscar Frederickson. Oh, as we have a spin here for Oscar Frederickson, and that is not, I think, what we all expected Oscar Frederickson to do. That is something he usually never does, and that is his second mistake in this race. That is not going to help his championship. And is this then going to be the race where he won't get 40 points? That is the question. Let's look back at that again. We have it here. Oh, just touching his wheels on the outside grass there. And that is not what you want to see for Oscar Frederickson. Now currently down in 8th position, as we were looking on board with the man, our championship leader. And that means that Winston Eckel is gonna gain on him quite a lot. If he can overtake Simon van Dijk as well here, that will be very helpful for his chances. Lasse is currently right behind Marnix-Heister. He is overtaking Marnix-Heister at the moment. Around the outside, and they touch as well. Marnix, is he going to be able to keep it in a straight line is the question. No, he isn't. And he is going to sadly hit the wall. That is not what you want to see as well. Side by side here on the outside. He sticks it around the outside, and that is... I think Lasse didn't expect that. Let's look back at that again. But now on the inside from Marnix here. Well, this is where he went off track earlier. But now let's here look on board with Marnix-Heister. He wasn't expecting that. Nothing Marnix could do there. He tried, of course, to keep it in a straight line, but he couldn't do anything anymore there. And that has sadly put him into 8th position and into another retirement. So that has given Oscar 7th place currently. Oscar just picking up those positions. A lot of retirements in this second race. We're down to 7 runners currently. That is what you get with that low amount of runners, sadly. But that doesn't make any difference to Winston Eckel chasing down Simon van Dijk. He has only 8 minutes left in this this evening to do that. To try and gain as much points as he can on Oscar Frederickson, who had a very, very good start of the season, a very good first half of the season, not dropping points at all. 40 points plus in every single evening we've raced, but this might be the evening that is not gonna happen, sadly. But that is what happens. It is what it is. Not what you want to see, of course, but it happens and no one can do anything about it, really. But we will give you a lap around this circuit still with another driver. And that driver will be Winston Eckel. Let's hope that this time the driver who we are on board with will stay in it and won't go off track or have a crash. Let's hope that Winston Eckel can do his home country proud, and let's see what he can do around this track. Also put the sectors up to see which times he runs against the opposition. Enjoy the lap around the track Zandvoort. Well, that was a lap around the Zandvoort track, and isn't that absolutely amazing? With a lot of credits to Winston Eckel, of course. He showed us how you can do it fast, but he's now right on the back with 5 minutes to go of Simon van Dijk, and we know they're in a voice chat with each other. Is this gonna be a case of I let you by and you go chase him down? Because Simon can't use the points and Winston can. Winston also a talent from Platinum Racing League Blue that is favored to pick up all the points for the team. So is he gonna be allowed by? No, he isn't. Simon fights it as he tried it down the inside there. He's now gonna let himself see in the mirrors. Now that doesn't make it better either. Winston has to try and find a way past there. And is he gonna do that? He is now on the back of Simon. Oh, as I thought, Winston disconnected there. But Oscar Frederickson, currently 7th, the championship leader. And you never hope that a championship leader has a race like this, but it does spice up the championship quite a lot because he was in the lead by quite some margin. But it's not over yet. It's David Wasserman in the lead, 3.7 seconds from this battling duo. And let's see what Winston Eckel can do here. Right behind that is also Tim, right behind Lasse. What can he do for Color Shock Racing Team with a beautiful purple livery, of course. And their name done duty with a Color Shock of colors. But it doesn't look like he is gonna do anything quite soon. Or does he? He has the run out of there. He has the slingshot. And is he gonna be able to do it down the inside or around the outside here? Around the outside would be quite a difficult move. No, he isn't, but he is hanging in there. He is pressurizing. Tim is pressurizing Lasse, but is it working? It is. He's very close now. Going on to the little straight, and maybe he can tuck into the slipstream there. Get out of it and try something down the inside of the chicane. Oh, as he's all over the place there on the exit, sliding around. He is finding the limits of this Porsche Cup car, and that is not the exit Tim wanted there. Meanwhile, a little bit further up ahead, Simon survives another lap under the attack of Winston. But what is Winston going to do now? Is he going to try and do it around the outside? No, he isn't. Not quite close enough in this occasion. But he is closing. And it isn't going to be that easy pass that I really expected it to be, of course. With Winston fighting for that championship and now Oscar Fredriksson being down in 8th. But it is what it is. These things happen. I got it wrong, I have to admit. So, but he is now all over the back of him. But still, this is a place where you can't overtake. You can't throw it up the inside. You can't dive around the outside. It isn't really a place to overtake there. Now, can he get the run onto this little straight and try it down the inside or around the outside, which will become the inside on the next chicane? Does he have the run? Yes, he does. This is maybe close enough. It is quite far, but is he gonna be trying it? Yes, he is. Not quite close enough this time, though. Looking for another opportunity, as I think David Wasserman is gonna start the last lap next time around. We will see here, will this man get the white flag? I think he will. 20 seconds left. Yes, he is going to get the white flag. There it is. Waved by the marshal. Touching the grass there on the outside. He is going to be leading the last lap. Going into the last lap. Winston Eckel, he's going to try it around the outside of the Tarzan bocht. And is he going to try and do the switchback on Simon as well? No, he's aware of that now. And where can Winston overtake this time round? It looks like if nothing happens, David has the victory in his bag. But is Simon van Dijk going to be able to hold on to second position? Hopefully not the calamity we saw in the last race in Heat 1, in Race 1, where he gets spun round on the second to last lap or last lap. But this is the last lap of the race. Where is Winston going to try and do this? The only option he has now is into the last corner, which isn't really an overtaking opportunity. He locks up a little bit there, and that is going to compromise him on the run to the straight. And I think that is all done and dusted now. This straight and then the next chicane is the only real opportunity he has to overtake Simon van Dijk. Or is Simon going to be holding on to this second position? It looks like it, because Winston isn't quite close enough, or it looks like he isn't quite close enough, and it is like that. Simon, he has the last corner now to survive, while David Wasserman is going to come through to take victory in the feature race at Zandvoort, the race 5, evening 5 in the Platinum Racing Porsche car sponsored by Wholesome. He is going to come through to take that victory. Right behind that, it's Simon van Dijk taking second place in his home race. Right behind that, also his home race, is Winston Eckel taking third position. And fourth behind that is Jack Colville, fifth. And still fighting with Tim is Lasse. Is he going to be able to hold him off? It looks like it. Tim is not quite close enough to have the run to the finish line. And it looks like, yes, Lasse is going to be far enough away. That's going to be fifth and sixth. Marnix Heister is going to finish seventh. Although he is going to do that a lap down. And that is going to be all for today, I think. Because Oscar, our championship leader, is in the pits. Mr. Koida, is he going to be able to finish this race? Yes, he is. He's going to go into the last chicane as well now. As he is now going to try and round off the last corner successfully. If he has done that, we can then go on to the standings and the interviews with the drivers. And he has done that successfully now. As we go now back onto the live pictures, because for some reason it is doing weird things. Yes, there we are. We have the final results for you of that race. Feature race, of course. And like I said, a very convincing lead as well. This time around by David Wasserman. The man who leads this championship is not finishing this race. He finished 8th. Oscar Frederickson. Simon van Dijk is 2nd in this race. 3rd is Winston Eckel. Again doing a good job for Platinum Racing Team Blue. And again doing a good job in the reverse grid feature race. Jack Colville is 4th. 5th Lasse. 6th is Tim. 7th. And the last of the finishers is Marnix Heister. He 3 laps behind. 8th is Oscar. 9th Mark. 10th Vincent. Again having bad luck at the start there. 11th is Lewis. 12th is Tobias Winkelman. 13th Dennis Pikbrena, and 14th is Hugo Ekesen. Let's now go on to the interviews, and we will start with someone who, like last time, like I said, had a bad second race. I think we can say that. Vincent, welcome.
Yes, thank you.
First of all, Vincent, congrats on the victory in your home country at your home track. Zandvoort in the first race, but sadly, like last time out, the second race didn't go to plan again.
No, last time it was, of previous race it was my fault. This time Yeah, it was just unfortunate. I couldn't do anything about it. They crashed in front of me, but it was on my side, so I couldn't even react to it. I think it were the three IBAC cars who messed up or something. I didn't quite fully see it. But yeah, I just got collected and ended up on my roof, so I needed to tow, and I had 30 minutes of repairs. So yeah, that was race done. I tried to set the fastest lap time in the at the last lap, but I had 6 minutes of optionals left, so the car wasn't ideal. Uh, so I came short 3/10, but it was a good try.
Well, I think with trying to set the fastest lap there, you actually gained some positions on the guys behind you. I think that is true. Yes, that is true. You at least gained 2 positions from going out there at the last time, so that is points, more
Ah,
points
okay,
than
that's nice.
than you had before. But yeah, I can imagine that is very frustrating. Again, not having the best second race, but and especially not having the best second race when your championship rival Oscar fails to have a good race himself as well. But hey, I think you can take a lot of positives from the first race. Sad that it happened in the second
Yeah, the
race.
first race was I was really happy with my pace because I could quite easily manage the gap. I When I needed to push, I could open the gap up when I needed it. But yeah, I was quite comfortable in the lead, so I could dial it back a bit, so I didn't have to take any risk. So I was looking forward to the second race to start from P10 and try to gain some positions, but had a good start because I had a great launch. But yeah, it's unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, Vincent, next time out, we uh, we will have Monza, a very high-speed track. Is Monza a place where you're familiar with this car and track combination,
Uh,
or not really?
Never driven it with the Cup car, I don't think. Not that I can remember. I have driven it with a GT car a couple of times. Quite enjoy it, so should be fun if we make it through the first chicane.
Yeah, of course. Well, Vincent, thanks for the interview and good luck out there in 2 weeks' time at Monza.
Yes, thank you.
Well, with that, we now go on to someone who always has a good second race, but versus always seem to lack that pace a little bit. Winston, welcome.
Yeah, thank you. Thank
Winston,
you.
first of all, uh, like you asked me last time out, I did say that you were a talent for Platinum Racing Team Blue, and it showed itself 2 times, I think, apart from the first time out where Vincent did beat you in the team. But he got first, so I think that is not that bad then. But again, second race, it seems like you are really shining in the reversed grid races. Why is that?
I don't know, especially because the car and the track was really fast and nice, but it wasn't just suiting me. I don't know. I feel not that confident with the car, and the whole race was like very sketchy. But then at the last, in the because of the second race, you get really into it, and you know when to save the tires and when don't, because the front tires were really killing. So when you're like 5 laps pushing on the limit, the front tires are dead, and then you need still need to do 15 laps on the worn
Yeah,
tires. But it was fun, but still, I found it it was it's strange with the start of the second race with the pile up. It was sad to see, but still. The racing was good because the Porsche Cup racing is always good. But as you said with Vincent, yeah, he was unfortunate in the first lap of the second race. So, but still, he won the first one, so that was really good from him. Very dominant. So I try to try to catch him in the next 2 weeks. So it will be difficult, but I can believe I believe that it's durable to catch him. So
yeah.
yeah, it was
Well,
fun to see.
you had a good second race again, so I think that's something to take a positive of.
Yes.
And yeah, well, thanks for the interview, man. Next time out, we have Monza. I hope
Monza.
you have a little bit better luck in the first race there and in the second race.
Temple of Speed, no downforce. Let's go.
Are you familiar with that? With a cup car on the low downforce setting?
Cup car on low downforce is something I can look forward to. High top speed, low downforce, sketchy at the back end. I can't wait, mate.
Okay, well, that is something we will look forward to then. We will keep an eye on you in Monza then. Thanks for the interview, Winston, and good luck out there in 2 weeks.
Yeah, nice evening, mate. Cheers.
Well, a man who will be happy with his result in the second race, but could have had an even better result in the first race, joins us now. Simon, welcome.
Hi, Dan. Hi.
Simon, you had a very good first and second race, but in the first race, sadly, you got tagged from behind by, I think it was Oscar? I don't remember that.
Yeah, it was Oscar. I think he braked too late and he hit my wheel. So yeah, I spun around. I had to wait for the traffic that was coming. So yeah, I lost a lot of spots, and also my steering wheel was crooked. So yeah, it was like I had to fight my way to the finish line to finish. So yeah, can happen. Mistakes happen. So
yeah, definitely very sad to hear that. But you fought back in the second race, in the feature race, and got second there. You were holding off David for, I think, most of the race. Half of the race you were leading, and then he did a beautiful switchback on you. Did you just go a little bit too deep, or you just weren't expecting the switchback there?
yeah, I thought he was. I thought we had more space between each other, but apparently we didn't. So yeah, we had some contact there, and also my steering wheel was a little bit offset after that contact. So, and yeah, to be honest, my front tires were shot anyway. So yeah, at like halfway the race, your front tires are getting worse, and from halfway until like 90% of the race, I had a lot of trouble with the front tires. Later it became better because I was pushing a bit less, but yeah, it's really trying to manage your tires here.
Yeah. Well, next time out we have Monza, the 16th of January. What are you looking forward to at Monza? Just driving the cup car on a low downforce setting, or?
Yeah, I really like the slipstreaming in the car. You really have to be smart. I did a lot of Porsche Cup on the Nordschleife this week, and when you were like in the last lap and you were entering the straight, you don't want to be the guy in front with someone like 5, 6 tenths behind you, because you know that by the time you're going to the last few corners, you lost your position because of the slipstream. So yeah, it's going to be a really tactical thing to be smart with your slipstream and use it at the right moment. And of course, turn 1 will be exciting with the Porsche Cup.
Definitely.
So.
Well, let's hope we make it to T1 safely then. Simon, congrats on the podium finish in race 2, and hope you have better luck next time in race 1. Thanks for the interview, man.
Thank you, Dan.
Well, and then a man who didn't get lucky in the first race and second race out. He had a very good race until one point where we didn't exactly know what happened, but maybe he can explain himself. Mornings, welcome.
Yeah, thanks. I got a bit wide on the entry of Hugenholtz, of Arie Luijendijk, and eventually the Eibach car came next to me. I think it was Lasse Grosch, and he pushed me wide onto the grass, and I hit the barrier, and then spun around on the straight. So that was really unfortunate. I missed the first race, unfortunately, due to some issues, and so I thought I wanted to make everything right in the second race. I was P6 or P7, I believe.
Yeah, you were doing great.
For the time of practice I had, I think I was doing great, exactly. But yeah, it was just unfortunate. But these things happen. We'll be having a new league owner for the Porsche Cup, who will be Winston. Winston and I will be.
For the people who don't know, Marnix is the founder of Platinum Racing League, so that's why he knows all of this.
And Vince and I will be reworking the Porsche race schedules. I mean, the schedule will be the same, but we will be rebuilding the server so everything is set and ready with the right setup and with the right weather settings. So really looking forward to the last few races. The battle is on between Oscar and Vincent, and our team is going well in the team standings. So really looking forward to the last few races.
Well, definitely. Next time out, now you say last races, we have Monza, Le Mans and Nürburgring Grand Prix track left. And Monza next time out, a very high-speed track. A lot of drivers looking forward to Monza. Are you looking forward to it as well?
I think I'm most looking forward to Monza of the next 3 races. Le Mans isn't really. I mean, it's a good track for P2s, etc. But in my opinion, maybe not the right one for Porsche. But slipstreaming for both upcoming 2 races will be amazing important. And in my opinion, I think it will be a good battle between the full field. It will be packed. I'm really looking forward to the race.
Well, Mornix, I hope you have better luck out there next time at Monza. Thanks for the interview. And
No worries.
good luck out there in 2 weeks.
See ya.
Well. A man who is very happy, I think, with the result in the second race is David. David, welcome.
Hi.
David, you had a very good race in the feature race. Yeah, just talk us through it. Being behind Simon for, I think, half of the race, and then getting past, and then finally being unleashed, it looked like.
Yeah, the first race was like always, I don't know, stupid for me. I think I have a curse on me on the first race always, because in the last races I always started in the front, but ended up, quite behind after some laps. And yeah, today same thing, but P2 was a good starting position for the second race. And 3 Eibach cars in front was a nice picture. And Toby had a really bad start. He had a lot of wheel spin, and I think he caused a crash at the start. I had a lot of crazy fights with Simon in the front. It's very difficult to overtake on Zandvoort. And to follow in the dirty areas also not quite easy. The new car, the new Porsche. But I think the battle was a lot of fun and was quite good racing. And feels good to be in the top step this time.
Well, I think definitely the fans did enjoy that fight of you two there. But yeah, you pulled off a beautiful switchback on Simon. But yeah, of course, we all anticipated a move further on in the lap at the chicane, because that looked like really the only place to do it, because that was such a hard braking zone. But yeah, you pulled off a amazing switchback move. Was it like something you had in mind for more laps, or was it just the opportunity showed itself and you took it?
My first real try to overtake him was, I think, some laps before the real overtake in the corner you mentioned. Think he went a little bit wide in the corner before and had a bit better exit than him. And yeah, but he broke very, very late. And he nearly hit me. So my front wheel. That was really, really close. But yeah, the real overtake was not a real try. He tried to cover me off in the first corner. And I broke just a little bit too late and left a little bit of gap on the inside, and tried to get a good run, and he was still on the side of me, but so tight this track, and paid off at the end, and after that I tried to manage my tires and try to get a little bit of space to him, but worked out, and it was a really fun race.
Well, David, congrats on the victory, and
Thank you.
I really hope that you have a better first race at Monza.
Thanks a lot. Yeah, we hope we all survived at the first turn, turn 1 at
Yeah,
Monza,
definitely.
because, Monza turn 1 is
Very
always
tight
a little
one.
bit special. That's,
Well,
yeah.
man, thank you for the interview and good luck out there in 2 weeks' time.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you for streaming.
No worries.
Bye-bye.
Well, our last contestant then, our last interview will be a man who will be happy that he's still in the lead of the championship, but he didn't have the best races today. Especially the second one, a very difficult one from his side. Oscar, welcome.
Thank you.
Oscar, we saw that you didn't have the best race out there last time in the second race. Just tell us what happened, because it looked like it was a very difficult one for you.
Oh yeah. I came back to my rig today after being at my parents' place over New Year's and Christmas. So I didn't turn a single lap practice. And then I think I found good pace in the warm up, but then in the first race I punted Simon for no fault but my own. He took a very different line to what I do for that corner, and it caught me off guard, and I outbraked myself and hit him, which is all me. So there's probably a penalty incoming for that. And in the second race, I don't know. I got a good start, passed a bunch of cars. There was some carnage on the grid, and then I couldn't get past. Was it Jack? And then into the I don't know the corner numbers, but into the fast right-hander down the hill. I touched the grass on the left, just from misjudging the corner. Spun into gravel trap. Lost a ton of time getting back on the track, and then I did it again like a lap or two later, and that was it pretty much. It was that last.
Yeah.
So not the best race, but fortunately for me, there's a drop week in this league. So this is hopefully my drop week. Hopefully I don't have a worse race than this, and now I can't fool around in the next races. I gotta be on pace.
Well, if this will be a drop week because you had 40 plus points in all the recent weeks before this, so if this is a drop week, the streak of 40 plus points can still continue, because that was what I was worried about. It was a very lovely streak you were going on.
Oh yeah.
But if this is a drop week, then I think you will be very happy yourself as well, because your outing in the second race wasn't something I think you yourself will be happy with.
Oh no, definitely not. That was embarrassing. I mean, I probably shouldn't have even shown up like that. So
Well, I
pressure
mean,
is
first
on
race for
to
you
be.
was a good one. So
Yeah, I mean, until I punted Simon, I think I did all right, but that was
Yeah.
kind of embarrassing. But all to push to be a very clean driver in the next couple of races and get the points. And like you said, I'm very happy to still be in the lead. The drop week is helping me out there, and as long as I keep the pace up, keep getting good results, I should be fine for the championship.
yeah, well, Oscar, next time out we have Monza. First of all, I hope we all get safely through T1. But after that, what are you looking forward to?
I am looking forward to see how it is on. I guess we're driving the low downforce setup, or maybe the Monza setup. I don't know. But I drove that track in this car in another league like a few months back, and it was fixed on the high downforce for like all the races. So we did Monza on the high downforce setup, and that was a weird race. So I look forward to see how the car drives on a setup that's actually meant for the track.
Well, Oscar, I wish you good luck out there in 2 weeks' time, and thank you for the interview, buddy.
Thank you. See you in 2 weeks.
Well, that is it then. From me and from the Platinum Racing team, boys, we all hope you had a very nice Christmas and a very good New Year. We all wish you the best again for 2022, and yeah, from us now, for now, it is stay healthy and keep on racing. From us it is thanks for watching, and yeah, we'll see you Wednesday when Platinum Racing League makes its debut with a TCR League. So all be around it. Then the Discord is in the description if you want to be in there and get notified as well. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a like if you enjoyed it. And I'll say the last goodbye for this evening. Thanks for watching. And we hope to all see you in the next race again. Until then,